So, are you ready to play some more? I have one shipping box left to play with and design for my dolls. Let's do this like a professional designer and show you some ideas from Dollar Tree. I'm thinking of creating scenes using these 20 by 20 carpet squares. This shelf liner will be a really nice wallpaper, and this scarf will make great simple curtains. I'm going to use this microfiber car wash mitt to serve as two great purposes, as a rug and for clothing. It has a decorative wide elastic band at the top that can be made into a crop top and a mini skirt. And then there's these two waxing sponges for a car. And actually, without any work, they can make a great floor pillow or dog bed or a low ottoman. However, I'm going to use them to make a chair like this one using the bottom of a cardboard container that I got for 25 cents since the lids were missing. So here's a quick overview of what I want the room to look like without the room box. Chair, rug, ottoman, curtain, walls, and I also found this pencil container that looks like a shelf. Grab these little cardboard jewelry boxes whenever you see them, as they make great anything with drawers, especially if you're willing to paint them black, brown, or white. They can even act like kitchen cabinetry. I'm thinking of a similar idea with turning these large car wash sponges into a tufted sofa and chair. I have the same dresser concept and purchased this particular color months ago, but it'll be great in this room. Those shelves even look good on their side. They're going to prove to be extremely versatile. Were you wondering about that farmer's market sign? It was a wood grain vinyl, and the frame is perfect for a Barbie door with glass, which is what I plan to use it for. My sister wants to use the actual sign for her Barbies though, so I'll save the center for her. Meanwhile, I need to cut 3 sides of the drawn edges of the door to glue the frame on so the door can swing open. I'll lightly perforate the 4th side so it can swing like hinges. Ah, what an idiot! I should have cut the center out first. I'm going to make this project so much harder on myself. And since I can see into the past, it won't stop here. Here I'm debating how to handle this. I could trim the cardboard door down or completely use it to cover one side of the door. Which side do I want the vinyl wood to show on? Do I want it to be on the outside where you see it when the door is open? But who always keeps their door open? I ended up spray painting the cardboard because it was ugly. I'm definitely going to come up with a better idea if I want to use this frame as a door technique again. I think I have one in mind. But whatever you do, do not attach the door yet. Don't get excited. Do the cutout for the windows, then do the wallpaper. Finally, go back to the door and the window frames. I think the hook that hangs this picture will look great as a door handle. I need to drill a small hole to push it in because I have no finger strength. Here I am making the mistake of attaching the door frame to the cardboard before the wallpaper. It just makes things harder because there's a sharp corner and a small bit of wall to the right of the door. Next time I'll buy those little wooden chests from Dollar Tree, remove its hinges, and then glue them onto the cardboard and door frame like real hinges, because they are real hinges. That would have been faster and looked and worked better. Time for the shelf liner. This is going to be gorgeous wallpaper. I'm going to take my time to smooth out any air bubbles. I'm just going slower than usual, but not slow. I'm going to go ahead this time and stop whenever I get to corners so each wall section has its own piece. I believe this will cause less creasing and other issues when I close up the box. I'm going to have to do special cuts anyway for the area around the door. But did you notice something? I haven't cut out for the windows. Another error. It's not horrible, but still. I'm still using these same wooden frames, only this time The light brown will face the interior and the black will face the exterior. I also had another idea. Last time I pushed the windows through from the inside of the room. This time I'm going to push it from the outside of the box. I anticipated to push the wallpaper towards the inside of the room, making any air gaps less noticeable, so I don't need to use tape as a trim. So the room box is pretty much complete, but I have a couple nifty ideas to quickly but significantly alter and personify this room. The first idea is curtain rods. I just want to cut 2 6-inch pieces per window, so 4 total, and 2 1/2-inch pieces per window, 4 total. Glue the 1/2-inch pieces perpendicular on each end of one 6-inch piece. Then attach the second 6-inch piece to the other side. Then just glue and place above the window. I forgot to get images of my other idea. Notice on the picture frame there is a little clamp. I'm going to remove that and glue it to the wall so you can quickly hang different pictures. This is actually a window cutout from my other room box, but it's a great picture now in this one. I'm going to also cut this scarf in half and simply loop it over the rod and pin it back to make curtains. The curtain clamps are hair barrettes that I got at Dollar Tree. I mentioned this mitt earlier. I'm using a seam ripper to separate the elastic from the mitt. The mitt I will stuff with cardboard backing from the picture frames to make it stiff and so it lays flat. But look at this elastic band. Can't you just visualize Barbie wearing this as a skirt and top? Should I cheat and use hot fabric glue or sew it? Now to do this for the blue and green mitts. For the chair, you're going to want to cut as close to the trim as possible and cut out the bottom circle. Save the inner foam for some other project. Wrap the net and blue portion as much as you can around the storage bottom. Glue the remaining fabric to cover the remainder of the base. Then you'll glue the other waxing pad to the back. You can either sew it down or glue down the corner edges so it comes in closer and curls around more. Finally, when you put the entire room together with all the furniture pieces, you'll get this very nice blue room with 2 chairs made from cardboard storage containers and car waxing pads, a microfiber carpet, and curtains made from a scarf, several household accessories, and tiny tchotchkes to accessorize Barbie's living space. So I finished tufting the sponge and I glued on some buttons. This will be the back of the love seat. For the seat portion, I need to cut the foam in half, wrap it back in the cloth that it was originally in, and then do a combination of gluing and sewing the 2 pieces together. I'll use small pieces of wood and beads for the chair legs, and voila! The green room is complete. Most of the stuff used for the furniture came from the car aisle. I found fabric scraps and used them as valances for the windows, giving the room a different look. I also changed to the lighter gray carpet. Let's try this again for funsies, but this time I'll use jewelry boxes that I purchased from Amazon that make excellent doll chairs. I switched out the carpet and used the mat from the other room box. I'll use beading for the window decorations and hang up a coaster for the picture. Wow, that was fun. I had to stop myself before I destroyed other setups I have around my doll room to show more ideas. But that's all for now. Thanks for playing dolls with me.